There's one thing on these old cars that I often feel gets neglected when it comes to lubrication, and that's the door hinges. I mean, whoever thinks of lubricating the door hinges? Now, if the car is only 10 or 15 years old, it's probably not a big deal. But as these cars get 20, 25, 30, and 40 years old, the door hinges need to be lubricated. I've actually had some of these old cars where the door hinges have seized because of the corrosion and rust that will build up over time. They're not difficult to lubricate. You know, a lot of the older Mercedes have these special fittings. And we sell this little grease gun on my website that will allow you to get in and just kind of push on it to get the grease into those door hinges. So I thought I would take a look here at my 1994 E320 Coupe and go ahead and lubricate the hinges. So I grabbed the little grease gun here. And if you don't know already, I'm looking in there and I'm thinking, hey, I don't see any place in there to apply this little grease gun. So how in the world do you lubricate these style of door hinges? They started showing up on the W124 chassis in the mid to late 80s, and then pretty soon, almost all the new cars, they don't have any place where you can lubricate the hinge through a little fitting with this grease gun. It's the old ones, all right? So I'm going to show you now how I tackle lubricating the hinges on those models that don't have that special grease fitting. Now, I've experimented with all kinds of different lubricants and greases to find what really works on these door hinges and also on the check straps. But what I found is a very thick synthetic oil that can wick. It has to be able to wick down in between the pin there and that strap on the hinge. And the best way to apply this is with a curved tip syringe. I've got an extension on this one so I can reach in from here, and I'm going to just put that right in this area, just a small amount. What I usually do is I'll lubricate this and then come back and lubricate it again. And then you've got to get on this one here, and that's really hard to do if you don't have this curved tip syringe. It's going to drip a little bit. And as soon as that goes on, then what I'm going to do is take and exercise the door a little bit like this. And I'll do that on both hinges, both the upper and lower hinge. I'll wipe this off and then probably come back and do it at least twice. And if the car has been lubed in a long time, I'll do it 3 times. But this is my lubrication of choice when it comes to lubricating door hinges that don't have that special grease fitting. Now let me show you a car that has a special grease fitting that we can use that little lube gun on. I'm sitting inside a 1982 300D. This is a W123 chassis. And right here you can see what that fitting is supposed to look like if it's set up to use this grease gun. The grease gun just goes in there, and then of course you apply pressure to add the lube. You pump it a few times and you'll start seeing lubrication coming out of the sides here on the hinge pin area, and then you know you've got it lubricated. Now there's some other tricks to using this gun. We have both this kit and the other kit available on my website if you're interested in getting your door hinges lubricated.